Dun, dun, dun. Hopefully she jumps on now. Hi.
I'm sorry.
How are you?
Good in you.
Good, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can.
Great stuff. This is
It's
brand
nice to
spanking
see
new,
you.
Katie girl.
Sorry, say again.
I said this is brand spanking new.
I know, I know, but I believe in you. You can do it.
Nice. Just do it, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I just want to. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So do you want to introduce yourself before we get into the questions?
I'm Hannelize Pretorius. That's why.
Okay. What's your family composition like?
What do you mean?
So okay. So you have a husband and you've
Yes,
got
I
two
do.
babies. Or we've
I've
got two
got,
babies.
well, not two babies, but I've got two children.
Two children. Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
babies they have grown a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, it works. Okay. So for question number, so this is very easy. I have 5 questions I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
And then however long it takes, but normally it takes about 10, 15 minutes and then we're done.
Is there any fine print that I'm aware of that I need
No,
to be aware of?
no. The live will be up. I'm sorry, I'm going to save it to my wall so that people can watch it later if they want.
Okay. Okay.
That's the only 5 print that I've got.
Great.
Okay, cool. So question number 1, when God
Yes.
introduced himself to you, what attribute did he introduce himself to you as?
Okay. So this is my introduction so if you don't know me, it's everything has got to do with trees, okay? So I think
Okay.
it's a three-strand answer, Katie. I think first I met him as this living, all-powerful creator.
Yeah.
And I'll elaborate so that you understand the three. And then with that, it's the Savior, and with that, it's the Father. So
Okay.
yeah. So I got myself in quite a pickle, and this time, and previously I had a few scenarios where I was in tough spots, but this time it was impossible for me or anyone to get me out of it. And also at that stage, I really didn't at all believe in God. I was finished. I was done. I was raised in a Christian home,
Okay.
not it's traditional, and they didn't allow you to ask questions. And number two, if you know me, I've got a lot of questions, and a lot of things didn't make sense at all.
A
So I
lot
was
of
just like,
questions. Yes.
oh, a lot. And so I was looking for them everywhere else. Okay?
Yeah.
So that ended in a very bad scenario.
Yeah.
And so I just got to this point, and I called out, and I said, if there is a living God that can save and get me out of this is your moment. Otherwise, it's gone, and I will, not turn it. I will not even pursue anything else again.
Yeah.
But with that, if there is this living God that everyone talks about and that my parents raised me to believe in, I will serve him with all of my heart, and I will pursue and do whatever it takes to know him. And I tell you, it was not even 5 hours later. I was out of it. He came to my rescue.
Yeah.
And saved me. And in that, I just met him, and I met his heart. And from that moment, I was a daddy's girl, and no one else can convince me of anything else. It's
Yeah.
me and him, and we walk together. That's my three strain: the living, powerful, all-powerful Creator that does the impossible, that saves, and that loves us unconditionally, no matter what. No matter
Yeah.
what.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's a good three, see? It's a good
Well,
three.
to me, it's a lifestyle.
Yes. Okay. Okay, cool. And then so question number two, can you share with us a recent testimony in your life?
Yes, yes, of course. Um, Again, I have a very difficult family. I had a very difficult family life, and it's something
Okay.
that I really admired, and I wanted so bad. But no matter what I did, it always turned out to be chaos,
Okay.
and there's always trouble. And no matter what the intentions from whoever it was,
Yeah.
and no matter if it's from my side or Lardis' side, it was tricky.
Yeah.
And I have seen from last year in the lockdown how God just turned my heart, Lardis' heart, my parents, his parents, our sisters, the everyone's hearts together, and how that
Yeah.
verse that says the Father's heart to the Son, and that is
Oh,
what we're living. And
wow.
if you see us now, I cannot even explain this is who we were, or that this is what we had.
Wow.
And I'm so grateful
Sure.
because it was such a desire. And that's why
Yeah.
so many things went skew in my life because of, family.
The
And
family
now it's
dynamics.
something
Yeah.
that I can cherish. And I know it's just God. It's just Him, because it was impossible for any of us to get it together. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Sure. So, you
And
know
I'm
what's
enjoying
amazing to
it.
me about that is that, like, most of the time now when people are talking about family dynamics during lockdown, they talk about how, oh, it put more strain on family dynamics, so people were fighting. And so, like, it's great to hear how, you know, lockdown was actually just such a blessing to, like your
No, it
family
was.
dynamics and your family relationships. So,
No,
here,
definitely.
yeah,
Definitely. A
yeah.
mother blessing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, look, I mean, I don't know about other people, hey, but even me, where I am now, I'm still currently, just praying, and I'm like, Lord, continue to keep me in hope that family relationships and family dynamics will heal. So that's a really cool one to hear. It
Yeah, and
gives
I
me
mean,
hope.
and I don't know even if we spoke about it already, but I mean, there was a stage that me and my mother didn't speak for years. We didn't
Yeah.
say one word to one another. Or, I mean, in the beginning with Loudest experience as well, it was rough. It was
Mm,
hard. It's not
yeah.
how I know God, His picture about family. It's not that, and it's not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's something that I wanted to rectify, because he's a
Yeah.
family man. So then I need
Yeah.
to be a family girl.
Oh. Was there, I mean, this is now like a 2.2 question. This is a part of the, but
Okay.
was there any, um, was there any dying from your side that you needed to do? Like, do you think it was, because obviously lockdown, obviously lockdown gave us the opportunity, just to kind of really dig into this relationship that we have with God and see how, and like, I'm just wondering, do you think that maybe because your heart was more aware and more kind of connected to the heart of God, that He could then use that to reposition you in terms of your family and family dynamics?
But yeah, I call it mirror sessions. And I
Yes.
mean, over the years there were a few, and then it was fine. It was like, okay. But I think last year, and even I think the toughest one was this year.
Yeah.
And it was me and him on my blue couches, like always. And I just had a reflection of my heart towards them, and especially to
Sure.
Laris's parents. Oh, and again, it broke me into pieces because
Yeah.
I just saw it from a different perspective,
Sure.
and I just realized the part that I played, because I always wanted to, and I mean, we all always want to be the innocent victims, and you are the
Yeah.
one that's, and then when I stood back and I saw it from God's perspective, I was like, oh,
Oh, wow.
oh, I'm so not innocent. And
Sure. Yeah.
I caused so much pain and hurt, and my
Yeah.
actions was really, really not called for. So this
Sure.
year was a very tough one. And
Yeah.
so
But look at the fruit.
death to the
To the max.
1,000. And I think you cannot entertain or think anything can change if you are not gonna die,
If you're
because
not
that's
going
part
to,
of
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the bottom line of Christianity. You need to
Yeah.
die. If you want
Just die.
change, you need to die.
Kill
If
me,
you look
Lord.
at the plant,
Kill me. It's
it
fine.
has to die before there's life. And that moment when I changed my attitude and I allowed
Yeah.
God to come into my heart, and all the pieces that's broken, that
Sure.
part changed. And so
Oh,
many things changed. And is it me? No, it's definitely not me, but it's God, because
yeah.
He is so gracious to know when to give us what
Yeah.
and
Oh,
when.
man.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah. Okay, question number 3. Can you share with us a recent? Oh, I didn't even realize I'm in my Can you share with us a recent conviction? So something that God's been convicting you about of late.
I don't think it's like a new conviction. I think it's just
Okay.
like that onion. It's a deeper,
Okay.
conviction, and that's that He loves us. And I mean, we know Jesus came and He saved us, and we know. But at this stage, I just know that everything is made for us. He so loves us that even if you look at the tree outside, He made it with so much love that you can connect with that. And if you can get still in one moment and just breathe that in, you can experience Him, and He's there. You are never alone. And I mean, I think that
Sure.
just intensified so much this past month and a half, that everything around us is so connected, and that rhythm, if we can just get into that rhythm of how
Yeah.
He loves us, I mean, not even how we need to love Him, but He made everything, knowing we are gonna screw up. He made it. And
Yeah.
then in the same way that everywhere you look, everything you see, if it is humans, if it's nature, if it is up in the sky, under the
Yeah.
sea, if it is on the sides, outer space, you
Sure.
will find Him, because He loves us. Each and every one is so unique, and He adores that when you can be who He made you to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's a new conviction, to find Him in everything and
To,
know that we are all part, and find that rhythm daily to know,
yo.
oh, He loves us, So,
Yeah,
yeah.
can you imagine, hey, if we actually, because
Oh,
I think that's also the thing, especially in a time of, I want to say busyness, like now people are like, oh, the world is opening up again and all this stuff. So it's so easy for things to get busy again. So it's an amazing challenge to be like, hey, find God in everything. And because it requires us to
everything.
be present, right? If you
And
if
I
you
think,
don't take a second to
yes,
be present, what your couples are and you're thinking about that and what we're gonna have for dinner and he's just like, hey, stop, just
but is
breathe.
that not,
Like,
yes,
here
yes.
is a tree. I knew you were going to be standing here. I put a tree here so that you could look at the tree and from the tree find a way to connect to me.
Oh, but is
Yeah,
that not, I think that is the thing of the theme, is moment by moment. Why don't we just be in the moment, be in the
yeah,
present? Because we are so busy for tomorrow, but tomorrow is not granted. We have now, we have this, we have
yeah,
our families, we have that. That's what we've got. And
yeah.
in everything, if we can find Him in everything and just bind him up and everything.
It's
How the joy and
I
the
love it.
love that flows
Love it.
from that. And that music that we have to then that comes from us. And that we
Yeah.
pulsate into everything around us. I mean,
Yeah.
that
Sure.
has to change stuff. That has to change.
Sure. Oh, you make me think now, even in that rhythm that you're talking about, when the Bible talks about, like, or, like in songs when we say, well, when the Bible talks about if you don't cry out, even these rocks will cry out, and there's a song that says, I won't let a rock cry out in my place. So I make sure that I'm always, there's no rocks there. It will be
No. No
sure.
opportunity will go
I
by.
love that. I love it. I love that. I love it. Okay. Question number 4. Your favorite Bible verse for the season?
I don't think it's the season. I just think it's my favorite one permanently.
Okay.
So I cannot go into a season without this verse.
Without it.
No. And it may be ridiculous to him, but to me it is where we read about Enoch, and he's walking with God, and he is no more because God took him. That thing just breaks me every time. It motivates me because that's relationship, and it's that intimacy with him. Not people, not wonders, it's him. It's him and me, and we are walking, and that's that.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite verse, always.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Until I reach that point and
until
beyond
God
that,
comes and takes you, and we say, Hannelize walked with
That's
God until she was faithful.
Yes. Sold.
But I feel like now your voice kind of answers my last question, and I'm like,
I know.
But I'll ask it anyway. So if you could meet somebody in the Bible that wasn't a main character, like, like a well-known person, who would
That's so difficult, Katie. Let me think about that a few minutes.
So like if you get to him and you're just like, Enoch, where are you? Come here.
Salt. I'm sorry. That two sentences breaks my mind.
Yeah. But I think and like I'll say this to close, and I'll give you a chance to say something before we close. But honestly, that story of Enoch, the one place where it does really challenge me. So for those that don't know, it's in Genesis. I think it's Genesis 5 or 6.
24.
It's it's Adam's or whoever's genealogy. But where it really does challenge me now is that's one of the scriptures that I think I get challenged a lot into. When I cry out and I'm like, Lord, like these stories aren't just for the Bible. They can be for my now too, like they can be for my today too. So you will be my now version of Enoch. How's that?
It's not even that, Katie. So this is what throws me most of the times, is that he didn't have Jesus. And this is what he reached.
And
so he was able to pursue God and was so intimate with God that
God was just like,
you can't fit here. You don't fit here anymore. And I mean, that's before Jesus. Now, what's my excuse? What is it? It's like, what do I do? Or what did he understand about him that I don't? Or I mean, that's just
Oh. Okay, friend, I have to stop us because we will go on forever.
I know.
But I will see you soon and we will chat.
Okay, my friend.
Okay. Oh, thanks so much for talking to me, Hannelize. Oh, I'm so mad. My spirits are lifted again.
Yes. I like that. We like high spirits.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, cool, friend. Thank you so
Have a
much. Have a
great
good
day.
one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.